Hey everyone, it's Emily Listman with the Emily Listman Real Estate Group here with your September 2020 market update. And as you know, if you've seen my previous videos, these numbers are all based on the previous month. So these are the numbers from August 2020 through the MetroList MLS system that I use. So anything that was sold off market would not be included in these numbers, but it's definitely a good indication of where the market is going. So I'm going to go through some slides with you. Please reach out with any questions. You can always email me, emily@emilylistman.com, or call or text me at 949-357-6614. So without further ado, here we go. All right. So first, we're going to talk about sales, pendings, and new listings in the month of August. So new sales were down, actually, 14.1% from July. And that's a little different than what we've seen over the past few months. So down a little. We were also down about 5% from last year. So that's new sales in the month of August. Total available properties were down about 8.6%. So that means we had a little under 9% fewer new listings in the month of August. That was actually down almost 52% from last year. So typically in the month of August, we see a huge influx of listings. We did not see that this year due to COVID, and also I think the fires in California at the end of the month definitely impacted our market. Pending sales, however, so these are homes that went into contract in the month of August, were actually up 12.9% from last month and 24.5% from last year. So despite the fact that we had fewer new listings and fewer new sales, our pending sales were up. And you're going to see throughout this presentation how that's affecting our market. Okay, so average price per foot. So this is across all price points in all areas of Sacramento County. Okay, so this is a really broad generalization. We've seen the average price per foot go up incrementally over the past several months. Let's see, really over 6 months if you don't count May. And so it's at $265. This is the highest it's been in 14 months. And this average price per foot of $265 is about 1.5% up from last month, which would have been July, but up 9% from last year. So we're seeing a 9% appreciation in price from this time last year, which is pretty incredible. Now, average days on market. So what's really important about watching the average days on market is that it tells us how quickly homes are selling. And what we're seeing in this market, because there are so few homes available, but so many buyers out there who are looking to purchase homes, we're seeing that days on market stay pretty low, which means homes are selling quickly. So the average days on market of 25 was down 12.5% from last month and down 16% from last year. And the sold versus list price, so this is when you have a sales price and then people make their offers and you look at what the home actually closed for, what it sold for. It's at 100%, which basically means on average, every $400,000 list price sold for $400,000. In this market right now, because of the multiple offer situation, especially in homes under about that 450 mark, that's compensating for maybe some of the higher priced homes that may have negotiated down in their price a little. So we're seeing, you know, even in that 350 to 400 range, sometimes as much as like a 5% jump from the list price to the sold price. So that's where you get that 100% is that average across the board. Okay. Now, this is going to show you where listing prices are compared to sold prices compared to median price. So this just gives you a good overview of pricing in general. So the average for Sacramento for sale homes, sorry, was $649,000. That's up 1.6% from last month and about 18.6% from last year. Now, always, and you'll see that it's pretty consistent across the board, the for sale pricing is often significantly higher than the actual sold pricing. And there's a couple reasons for that, but primarily it is because the higher priced homes, typically above 600,000, but especially when you get to that 750 and up price range, those homes do tend to sit on the market for longer, so they contribute that higher price point into the average for a longer period of time. Actual sold pricing, we see here that the average sold price in August was, again, the highest it's been in the past 14 months, as you see on the graph, at $480,000. That's up 2.3% from last month and about 13.7% higher than last year. So again, we're seeing crazy appreciation from this time last year, mostly due to low interest rates, lots of buyers shopping, and very low inventory. Median price at $425. That's just your middle mark. If you remember from math class, your average is you take everything, add it up together, and divide it by the number of transactions. You get an average. Your median is actually your midpoint, so the middle sale number. Okay. Now, months of inventory. This is really important to look at. What this tells us is, based on all of the homes that are available on the market right now, how long would it take for all of those homes to sell if no new homes came on the market? We like to see about a 3-month average of inventory. So 3 months is healthy. That's a neutral market. That means buyers are out, sellers are out, things are moving, but we have enough inventory to support the marketplace. When we see something like this below 1 month, so we're at 0.7, which was the same as last month, it is a little alarming. And this is the main contributing factor to why prices are continuing to go up, because of the multiple offer situations, because there just aren't enough homes on the market to satisfy the buyer need. So basic supply and demand, guys. Okay, and then based on pending sales, so as you saw, there were fewer new sales, but higher pending sales. So based on pending sales, we're actually just above half a month of inventory available right now on the market. So a little alarming. This is actually down 61.4% from last year, so a little crazy. And then absorption rate, we just look at absorption rate as basically how long would it take to absorb all of the properties on the market. It's another way of looking at months of inventory. As you can see, the absorption rate has skyrocketed over the past few months. It still has continued to do so. Based on pending sales, the absorption rate is 158.6% higher than last year, which is insane. So it looks like a good market, right? It looks like a good, strong market. However, I really want to emphasize how this impacts you as a buyer and a seller, because realistically, this isn't a healthy market. We would like to see more inventory. We would like to see prices remaining a little more neutral and not going up quite so quickly. So what does this all mean? There is a serious lack of inventory for buyers to choose from. And although sales were down 14% from last month and inventory was down, pending sales increased. So that's putting more pressure on the market, and it's forcing this continued seller's market where prices can continue to go up and sellers can expect multiple offers in certain price points. Average days on market is still startling low. Again, we like to see something around 3 months or around 60 days or so, sorry. Right now we're at 25. So buyers are not wasting any time. When they find a home they like, they're making an offer. And I am experiencing and hearing from buyers on average, maybe 3 to 5 offers before they actually secure a property. I've been very blessed in the last few months. I've had several buyers and we've gotten very lucky. I think I had one buyer, we had to make 2 offers, but the rest we've all gotten our first deal. So yay, that's good. Despite COVID, pricing is steady and rising. I've said this over and over and over again. Back in the beginning, in March, when this all started, we thought the sky was falling, but it's been the opposite. So what we've seen is pricing has continued to remain steady in the higher price points and to go up pretty significantly in the lower price points. The months of inventory estimation below 1 month. This is what I was saying earlier. We like to see it around 3 months. It's below 1 month. That's a little scary. So we'll continue to see multiple offers as a standard and potentially increased prices. There continues to be more buyers than sellers in the market. A lot of that has to do with interest rate, but as I've spoken of in the past, also a lot of influx of people moving to the Sacramento area from the Bay Area, from LA, and from out of state. Multiple offer situations are going to continue to be the norm in certain price points, especially below $450. So you just want to go into the home shopping process expecting that. Low interest rates, of course, are contributing to the increased buyer pool. And we've been waiting. We've been waiting for a new influx of listings for 6 months now. Typically, we see that in the late spring and summer months. We see a lot of new listings, and this just isn't happening primarily because of COVID. But I think, again, also in California, we really suffered end of August. And now in September, I think we're going to see very similar results because of the fires. Sellers who are nervous about listing their home today should consider the strength of the market, low interest rates, and California's stringent COVID health and safety policies that will keep all parties healthy. If you are still living in your home but you want to sell it, there are many ways we can make sure that we keep your home clean and healthy and safe without you having to clean it after every showing. So if you're interested in more information about that, reach out to me and I'll help you to understand the process and the policies there. Buyers, of course, in the marketplace, don't be afraid of this. You still are going to get more for your money right now because of low interest rates. And if prices do continue to go up, you don't want to wait until you're at the very peak of the market. So as a buyer, take advantage of the low interest rates, but expect to make several offers before securing a property, to be realistic. So thank you for joining me today. Sorry, this was a little late this month. I've been very busy, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. But if you have any questions, you're always free to reach out to me anytime. Emily@emilylistman.com. You can also go to my website, Sacramento Homes, or SacramentoCountyHomes.com. Sorry. This is what happens when you do this live. And then you can also call or text me at 949-357-6614. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn a little bit more about the Sacramento County market, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.